This is the Jeff Oravich Show.
All right, good morning, everyone. I wanted to do a quick update. I know so many of you are looking at the results. Man, we had a long night last night. Now, I went to bed thinking all is lost in Arizona. Kari Lake was behind by significant margins. We did a 5-hour show last night covering the election results as they were coming in. And thank you to my great guests who helped out and were part of that program. And I want to go over some of these results this morning as we continue to sift through the data. My plan for this afternoon, by the way, at 4:06 is we will have, I'm going to try to reach out to Kari Lake's campaign. I don't know if I can get Kari Lake herself. It's super close right now. Let's get right to some of these results. She was really far behind when we started the program or ended the program last night about 9 p.m. Here's the results as of just a few minutes ago. We've got, first of all, let's start with the U.S. Senate race. Mark Kelly is ahead 52% approximately. We rounded to the whole number there, to Blake Masters at 46%. There's still a lot of votes to count out there. I'm going to reach out to George Califf of Data Orbital for today's show and try to figure out what's left remaining to be counted and where that may land. He's the one that told us last night when Kari Lake was behind by like 12 points and Masters was behind by even more that, hey, rural Arizona still has to be counted. And I think they're still doing all that. The governor's race, razor thin margin, 51%. Katie Hobbs, the Democrat, to Kari Lake, 49%. Secretary of State, again, razor thin here, little more than the governor's race, though. Mark Fincham is behind, the Republican Mark Fincham behind for Secretary of State, 47% to 53% for Adrian Fontes. Attorney General, super close race. Abe Hamaday, 49% to Chris Mays, 51%, the Democrat. The only one that seems certain at this point is the race for Arizona's treasurer. The incumbent, Republican Kimberly Yee, looks like she's going to take this race 55% to 45%. Superintendent, this one's super close. This is 50 to 50 right now. Tom Horn, challenging incumbent Democrat Kathy Hoffman, who was all about closing down our schools, all about masking up kids, all about vaccinations, all about diversity, equity, inclusion, critical race theory. This one is super, super tight, as we thought it would be. The only one that looks like a shoe-in is mine inspector. No competition, 100%. Paul Marsh will be the mine inspector. Let's see. The other statewide races, the Arizona Corporation Commission, there's 2 seats open on this 5-seat board. They're the ones that basically work with and set the utility rates. They do railroad stuff, water, things like that. And there's been this push. Some of these candidates were really pushing the Green New Deal, like Sandra Kennedy. Her commercial sounded like a utopian rainbow with unicorns flying around was going to happen just in a couple days if she's elected. Right now, they're behind. Candidates that I endorse, Nick Myers and Kevin Thompson, both the Republicans, look like they're ahead by about 3 points. We shall see if that holds. So bottom line, super close. Votes to be counted. We'll continue to dig into and try to figure out what's left on the statewide side of these races. And let me get to my screen here. And I want to go to your local races. City of Flagstaff, Jerry Neighbors was with us last night, and he said that, hey, no incumbent mayor had ever lost. Well, there's a first for everything, I guess. I don't think nothing's official yet, but Becky Daggett challenged incumbent Paul Deasy for mayor of Flagstaff. Becky Daggett's up 61% to 39%. Looks like she'll clearly be in there. The 2 candidates for council that were actually on the ballot for the 4 open seats in Flagstaff, Lori Matthews and Austin Aslin, both made it. They're going to make it in. They got a lot of votes. And then there's a couple write-in candidates that they're still sorting out. Candidates that I endorse, though, don't look like they're going to make it. Looks like you might have one conservative voice on the Flagstaff City Council, Lori Matthews, out of the 7 seats, and that's it. Looks like, and votes, remember, nothing's final here. Samarity Armstrong, who's running for mayor, and she's real conservative. I endorsed her. Looks like she's going to lose out 42 right now to 58 to Scott Jablow for the 2-year term as Sedona mayor. City of Williams, the council race, Michelle Campbell, 53%. Versus 47% for Bernie Jimenez, 1 seat there. And then Dewey Humboldt, 1 seat available. It looks like Jeremiah Barron, 44%. It's going to take that one. But the big news is super close race when it comes to the governor, Katie Hobbs, Kari Lake. This is trending towards Kari Lake. I'm still confident that Kari Lake's going to take this. Perhaps, maybe, but it's going to be super razor thin. I will try to update you throughout the day. If you bookmark talkwithjeff.com, and we have the top post, which is these election results. We'll continue to update it. And we will also put out any updates we get. I'm going to talk to George Califf about what votes remain out there. A lot of these statewide propositions we'll cover as well. Several of those have passed. Flagstaff, by the way, decided that they really want to tax people a lot. The city propositions look like they both passed. Tens of millions of dollars in new borrowing, essentially, is what's going on. And the Flagstaff Unified School District is going to, it was like $100 million bond. That thing clearly passed. Oh, and by the way, we're going to look into this a little more. But to show you the state of the electorate, I guess, and I don't know a lot about this story yet, but there's somebody who's running, I think, Justice of the Peace in Page. He's deceased, and he won by like 78% of the vote. So that's a little concerning, especially since he passed away before the early ballots even went out. We'll cover that one more, plus bring you updates throughout the day. Again, go to talkwithjeff.com, keep that bookmarked, and I'll keep updating you as more and more results come in. Have a good morning. We'll see you soon.
This is the Jeff Oravits Show.